Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Deadline Day. I'll be live right now, obviously, 12 o'clock and 5 o'clock with the latest going on in rumours around West Ham United and hopefully some news. But at the minute, there's no news, purely speculation. But the latest speculation is that Darwin Nunez has rejected West Ham United. Last night, Sky Sports were reporting that a fee had been agreed, that West Ham had agreed a fee with Benfica for their striker, that logistically it was going to be difficult. He's obviously playing international football at the minute with Uruguay. To get the medical done was going to provide a little bit tricky for West Ham United, but this morning, The Athletic are reporting that Nunez has rejected West Ham United. So, a bit of a blow, I guess. Is it though? I guess it's only a blow if you believe the rumours in the first place. I don't know him too much about the player, Charlie, who's in the live chat. Here he is. Where is he? There he is. He's just saying hello to everyone. Charlie's in the live chat. Charlie messaged me to tell me that he really likes him. Highly sought after youngster. I've seen that Luis Suarez had recommended him to Barcelona, banging in the goals over in the Portuguese league as well. So despite not knowing too much about him, he was still ticking a lot of boxes, and he's quite exciting player to be linked to, I guess, with my limited knowledge, if you like. But it looks like he is not joining West Ham, but it seemed quite unlikely anyway. Even when we first got linked with him, it came with a big disclaimer, which was West Ham want Nunez, but it's going to be difficult. Hugo Ekitike, do you remember him? Being linked to him quite a bit during the January transfer window. Doesn't necessarily mean we want him. We've just been linked to him. Hugo Ekitike looks like he could be on his way to St. James's Park. Sky Sports this morning, well, Keith Downey, who's a really good journalist for the Newcastle side of things. West Ham don't really have one. We don't really have a Sky Sports person that's sort of an expertise in the West Ham news, if you like. But Newcastle have got one with Keith. He's Geordie Journo, quite reliable as well. He's reporting that Newcastle have finally had a bid accepted this morning for Hugo Ekitike. So that's someone that we've been linked to. Looks like he could be on his way to St. James's Park as well. I guess the advantage is, if that's true, it takes Newcastle out the running for all the other players. My worry in the January transfer window before it started, and to be fair, it's not really happened. My concerns with Newcastle was that if we were to go after a player, West Ham were to go after a player, let's say collect a car, Newcastle would then know that we're in negotiation with collect a car. That means Newcastle then know that player's available, that the club are willing to sell him, so on and so forth, and that could provide competition for us. In the worst case scenario, or maybe best case, it certainly drives the price up for West Ham. If a bidding war occurs, we'd have to pay a little bit more to get rid of Newcastle. But that's not really come to the fore, to be honest with you. I've got that wrong. They've sort of gone after their own targets, but Hugo Ekitike is one of them. But like I said, if he does go to Newcastle, it means Newcastle don't need a striker for the rest of the day. That if West Ham were to go after someone like Origi, it'd be a bit of a clean run, to be honest with you. It'd be like a one-horse race, which would help us in negotiations. So that's one player that we could not be signing. For collect a car, we've been linked with him for about 2 years now, but this window's really heated up. It's always felt a bit pie in the sky speculation stuff in the past, but this transfer window of collect a car, it seems a bit more concrete, that there is a little bit of substance to this rumour. As of last night, there's not really been any updates this morning, but last night anyway, late on, the Tweet was reporting that there's nothing agreed between West Ham and Marseille. West Ham still want to loan collect a car. Marseille are not interested in loaning him, despite an option to buy in that. They don't want the money in the summer. They want the money now. That's Marseille's stance. They're willing to sell collect a car. Fee, believe me, around about 15 million. But West Ham, we haven't made a bid for him yet. We'll deal with it all later. I'm just giving the rumours. So collect a car. We'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Origi, perhaps interestingly, this morning has been linked to West Ham. Unfortunately, the source is a bit rubbish. It's Football Insider, isn't it? As soon as you see that, you see a link, you get a bit... It hinges on the source, doesn't it? And the rumour, right, fine. Who's the source? Then I'll judge it. When if I say Football Insider, you're probably going to go, oh, well. It's fun while it lasted for about 3 seconds. But anyway, Football Insider is reporting that West Ham have asked Liverpool to keep them up to date with Origi. If they're willing to sell him or loan him or anything, West Ham will consider any type of deal for Origi. Now, the thing I don't really understand is that they're claiming that we could loan him with an option to buy. As much as I understand it, and I have tried to keep up to date with the Origi contract situation because there was a little bit of confusion around it. earlier in the window, Sky Sports were reporting that his contract expires in 2022. So this summer he'd be out of contract. The Athletic were, however, reporting that his contract actually runs until 2023. There has been a little bit of clarity provided by both sides of the party here. And that is, it actually expires in 2022. There is an option to extend it, but that is automatically triggered by 1 year if Origi plays a certain amount of Premier League games, and it's believed to be starts a certain amount of Premier League games. So if you don't know what that number is, let's say it was 10. If Origi starts 10 Premier League games, it automatically gets extended to 2023. Origi started 0 Premier League games this season. So as it stands, and as it's likely to be, that his contract will expire this summer. Some clubs have actually approached him already. A couple of Italian clubs have tried to get him to sign a pre-contract agreement with them, which you can obviously do with foreign clubs. Origi's not interested. Apparently, Origi wishes to remain in England. Even if he leaves Anfield in the summer, he doesn't wish to leave England. He wants to stay in the Premier League. So, seems a bit of a tap in for West Ham, actually. But the fee for Origi is supposed to be around about 7 million. Obviously, they've purchased their own big player in the last week, Luis Diaz, and Liverpool have signed him up. Salah and Mane are due back from the African nations at the weekend as well. So there's a lot of box ticking going around if West Ham want to get Origi to the London Stadium. As it stands, though, nothing is close. Nada. That's the latest rumours anyway, but nothing is close, unfortunately, for West Ham at this point in time. So we'll wait and see if anything happens. I'll be back at 12 o'clock with the latest rumours. There'll be rumours changing at all times, and I'm quite looking forward to it. I quite enjoy deadline day. Usually, if things are going well for West Ham, I enjoy it a bit more. Today's a bit stressful, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit worried. I'm going to go do a video with Gonzo in 20 minutes or something about if we are worried about the transfer window. That'll be up on the forum channel. But until then, be back here at 12 o'clock. Be back here at 12 o'clock for your latest West Ham United transfer deadline day. Catch you in a bit.